step into the heart of Africa, where love, family, and tradition unite. This documentary captures the beauty of African traditional wedding rites, from the vibrant attire and cultural dances to the blessings of elders and the joy of community. A celebration of heritage, unity, and love.
Across Africa, the spirit of tradition beats like a drum that never ceases. It is a rhythm carried through generations, guiding the way people celebrate life, honor their ancestors, and preserve their identity. Among the greatest expressions of this living heritage is the traditional marriage ceremony. Here, marriage is more than the union of a man and a woman. It is the weaving together of two families, the blending of histories, and the reaffirmation of values that hold a community together. Each song, each dance carries meaning far deeper than what the eyes see. As the day of marriage dawns, the air itself changes. Drums begin to echo in the distance. Women dress in vibrant wrappers of flowing colors. Men polish their shoes, adjust their caps, and gather in expectation. Children run about with laughter, while elders sit calmly, their faces a mixture of joy and wisdom. This is not only a wedding, it is a festival of life. Marriage is considered a secret covenant. It is not simply a personal choice, but a communal journey. To marry is to acknowledge that one's life belongs not only to themselves, but to the family, the lineage, and the community that nurtured them. This is why no one arrives at such a day alone. The bride does not come as a single person. She comes carrying the dignity of her parents, the blessings of her ancestors, and the hope of her people. The groom does not walk forward merely as an individual. He comes bearing the expectations of his lineage, the respect of his family, and the strength of his manhood proven before the community. Every song sung on this day has a message. Some songs remind the couple of the seriousness of their vows. Others mock playfully, reminding them that love must be filled with laughter. And still others are ancient melodies, prayers and rhythm, calling upon God and the ancestors to bless the union with peace, fertility, and prosperity. Marriage, in this sense, is not a private affair. It is public, sacred, and deeply symbolic. It represents the continuity of society itself. Without marriage, there is no family. Without family, there is no community. And without community, the wisdom of the ancestors fades into silence. This is why traditional marriage ceremonies are never rushed. Every step has its meaning, from the kola nut shared, to the palm wine poured, to the words of elders spoken. Each moment carries history, teaching, and prophecy. And so, as the drums grow louder and the gathering fills with color, one truth stands above all. This is not just a wedding. It is a celebration of identity, a preservation of heritage, and a declaration of love that stretches beyond two hearts into the heart of the entire people. This is the traditional marriage. Village Square is alive with expectation. All eyes turn toward the path where the groom will emerge. His arrival is not simply a matter of presence, it is a public statement of readiness. In African tradition, a man who seeks a wife must show not only his affection, but also his strength, his honor, and his ability to shoulder responsibility.
The groom does not come alone. He is accompanied by his family, his kinsmen, and in some places, his closest friends who walk beside him in solidarity. Each man in his entourage represents the community that raised him. Their clothing, their composure, and their discipline all speak silently of the household from which he springs. Often, the groom and his companions wear attire chosen not just for beauty, but for meaning. Some may adorn themselves in flowing egbadas, wrappers, or richly embroidered shirts. Others may wear the traditional cloth of their people, tied with care to display cultural pride. Their walking sticks, beads, caps, and shoes are not ornaments alone. They are symbols of dignity, wealth, and readiness for the responsibilities ahead. At his side, the groom carries gifts, kola nuts, drinks, money, wrappers, or livestock, depending on the custom of the land. These are not mere items of exchange, but sacred tokens. They speak the language of respect. They say to the bride's family, "I come not empty-handed, but with honor, gratitude, and recognition of the value of the daughter you raised." The journey of the groom is often marked by music. A local band may strike the drums, blowing the trumpet or the flute, announcing his presence with rhythm. Sometimes playful songs are sung, mocking him gently. Will he be able to take care of his wife? Does he truly love her? Is he ready for the weight of marriage? Such songs are not meant to embarrass, but to test his resolve and remind him that marriage is a serious covenant. Entering the gathering, the groom is often greeted by the elders of the bride's family. They may question him, not in hostility, but in ceremony. "Young man, why have you come here? Do you know what it means to seek a wife? Can you care for her as her father has done? Can you honor her as her mother has taught her to be honored?" These questions, though symbolic, highlight the truth. A groom is not buying a bride. He is entering into responsibility, and the community must be assured of his readiness. Sometimes, the groom is asked to prove himself through small gestures of humility. The arrival of the groom, therefore, is not a simple walk into a gathering. It is the crossing of a threshold. It is the movement from bachelorhood into manhood, from individual life into communal responsibility. The songs, the questions, the gifts, and the gestures all combine to declare, here is a man ready to build a family, not by himself, but with the blessing of his people. And so, as the band plays and the people cheer, the groom takes his place. He stands as a symbol of readiness, courage, and respect. His journey has brought him here, but his true test begins now, for the bride must still be introduced, and the union must still be sealed in the eyes of tradition. The crowd waits. The stage is set for the entrance that will soon change the course of two families, the introduction of the bride.
The air grows still, and anticipation rises. The people gathered know that the most treasured moment has arrived, the unveiling of the bride. Her introduction is not a simple walk into the gathering, but a secret procession, an embodiment of grace and the living testimony to the heritage of her people. She does not walk forward as a mere individual. She carries the pride of her parents, the honor of her lineage, and the blessings of generations that came before her. Every step she takes is deliberate, every gesture symbolic. For in her person, the community sees not only a daughter, but a vessel of continuity, the mother of future children, the bridge between families, the nurturer of a household yet to be built. Her attire tells its own story. In many cultures, she is clothed in wrappers of rich fabric, perhaps George, Ankara, or woven cloth passed down as family heirlooms. Beads, carefully chosen, adorn her neck, wrists, and ankles. Coral, ivory, or glass beads may glow brightly against her skin, announcing her status and beauty. Her hair, often intricately styled, may carry the mark of tradition, a crown of braids, a scarf tied with elegance, or a beaded cap shimmering with pride. The entire village rises to its feet, for the bride is not introduced quietly. She is presented in grandeur, in dignity, and in honor. But her entrance is not merely about beauty, it is also about virtue. In some traditions, she may pause before elders, kneeling to greet them in humility. In others, she may offer kola nut or palm wine, gestures that show her respect and acknowledgement of the family she is about to join. These moments remind the gathering that marriage is built not only on attraction, but on character, humility, and responsibility. Her introduction ends not with silence, but with song and dance. The people rise, ululations pierce the air, and the groom, humbled by her beauty, prepares for the next stage of the ceremony. The bride has entered. The families are gathered.
The stage is now set for the rites, the sacred acts that will bind two households into one.
With the groom and bride now presented, the gathering moves into its most sacred stage, the performance of the rites. These acts, deeply rooted in tradition, are more than ceremony. They are the symbolic language through which families communicate respect, commitment, and unity. Without them, the marriage would remain incomplete. The words spoken are solemn, prayers for fertility, for prosperity, for long life, and for peace between the two families. Another central element is the bride price or dowry. Misunderstood by some, this act is not the purchase of a woman. Rather, it is the acknowledgement of the care, labor, and love invested by her parents in raising her. Each act is a thread woven into the fabric of tradition, binding the couple not only to each other, but to the long heritage of their people. The rites conclude with communal acknowledgement. When the elders rise to declare the marriage valid, the entire community responds with cheer. Songs erupt, drums thunder. The couple is no longer two individuals, they are husband and wife, sealed by culture, accepted by family, and blessed by the spirit of the ancestors. These rites, though diverse across ethnic groups, all teach one truth. Marriage is not merely about two hearts in love. It is about family, community, heritage, and the eternal flow of life from one generation to the next. With the rites completed, the atmosphere transforms. The solemnity of prayers and symbolic exchanges now gives way to a new energy, joy, expressed in rhythm, song, and movement. For an African tradition, no marriage is complete without celebration. It is through music, dance, and feasting that the community seals the covenant with happiness. The first to arise are often the elders. With measured steps, they take to the dance floor, moving not with haste, but with dignity. Their dance is not for entertainment alone, it is symbolic. Each movement carries wisdom. Each gesture reminds the younger generation that joy must always be guided by discipline. When elders dance, they bless the marriage. Their movements declare, "We approve, we rejoice, and we pray that laughter will never depart from this union." Following them, the youth burst into energy. Their dance is fast, vibrant, and spirited. The drums thunder louder, the flutes pierce the air, and the singers raise their voices in songs of victory. The bride and groom themselves are not left out. They dance into the crowd, sometimes separately, sometimes together, moving in rhythm with the music of their land. Their dance is more than a performance. It is a statement of unity. Step by step, they declare, "We are one. We will walk this journey together." The people cheer, for in their movements lies the beginning of their shared life. Accompanying the dance is the local band or ensemble. The drummers command attention, their hands striking with both skill and spiritual force. The talking drum speaks in proverbs, echoing messages that words alone cannot capture. The flutists and singers weave melodies of joy. The celebration continues until the sun sets, and sometimes deep into the night. The rhythm of the drums, the warmth of the firelight, the taste of the food, and the laughter of the people all blend into a single memory. A memory that will live not only with the couple, but with everyone present. Through dance and feast, the message becomes clear. Marriage is not a private affair. It is a public celebration of life, unity, and continuity. The entire community rejoices because in the union of two, the strength of all is renewed. And so, as the night draws near and the music softens, the people return to their homes, filled with the satisfaction of having witnessed not just a wedding, but the reaffirmation of culture.
For culture itself lives each time it is danced, sung, and celebrated.
This is Prime Focus Imageries, capturing love, culture, and stories that live forever. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing moments.